A very good afternoon from Chennai. It is day 2 of the Hero Hockey India League 2026 from the Major Radhakrishna Hockey Stadium. And we're looking forward to what should be, again, another exciting match today as we see last year's third place finishers JSW Soorma taking on the champions from 2024, the Shirachi Bengal Tigers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play.
The whistle goes and the ball is played back to Vegnay, and then an early touch for Harmanpreet. Both these teams amongst the medals, Sandeep, last year were a great ball forward, and it's Keenan on the ball immediately, and he wins a free hit. We're not going to get your thoughts quite yet, as it's a great attacking position for JSW Soorma right at the start. Breaking forward again is Vivek Prasad. Into the circle it goes, but it's going to be a free out. How do you see this one going?
Well, very little to choose between the two teams, I would say, actually considering that in the last edition, Tigers were the winners and Soorma finished third. So I just think it's going to boil down to the team that's going to create the chances and take them up front.
Well, the encouraging thing for me is that stolen by Victor Vegnay. Soorma seem to have a little bit more firepower this time. They scored the second least amount of goals in the competition last year, just scoring 19 goals and had 18 against them. Whereas if we saw Valentin Altenberg's Kalinga Lancers had 41, and the Shirachi Bengal Tigers, they managed to score 24. So we know that Altenberg likes an attacking team. A lovely little bit of play there coming from Afan Youssef. He's won the free hit. Vegnay goes square now to Harmanpreet. Vivek Prasad deflects it through. Harjeet tried to get on it. He'll get on the pass now from Maninda. And it's strong defence, but ricocheted. Ooh, it kicked off the turf nastily that time, and Gurjant really couldn't get it under control.
Just thought, did he have a chance to take it on his forehand? Harjeet that was trying to spin him around and do the tomahawk.
I think he thought the defender that was on his forehand was going to close him down, and that's why he thought, I'll try and spin away from him, but was unaware that there was another defender coming in.
And also I just think the strikers these days tend to prefer the tomahawk more than taking it on the forehand, because that, when struck well, becomes such a difficult ball to stop.
Sukhjit now into the circle, looks to lay it across. Van Ash blocks, and that was a brilliant block by him. And again, it will be a free out now to JSW Soorma with just over 3 minutes left in the first half. I think if you're a coach, you tell your players to practice the forehand, because you're going to take a lot of goalkeepers by surprise if you can strike it on your forehand these days. I'd like to see the stats in Masters hockey, because as you know, Sandeep, for a tomahawk you need to get very low, and I'm thinking Masters hockey, they wouldn't be getting quite so low.
You need to get low, you need to make the right contact on the ball. It is a challenging skill, but if you master it, it's a great weapon that can be used.
I can tell you, there's one former Indian coach told me that one of the players who would always stay back to try and master those skills, and said the application of this player was unbelievable, was Akashdeep. I'm not going to say which coach it was, but they said he just worked for ages trying to get all the skills right. Great application.
The hockey will always have players of that sort who spend that extra time trying to master those skills. And it's just that one chance that you get in a game which you need to make count.
Hayward now feeds it down the line, trying to cut infield is De La Torre, trying to play it back to Hayward. He caught the stick of Sukhjit, but it fortuitously came back to him. Akashdeep slips now, got the pass forward, did very well to manage to find Rajbhat. Tigers though come out with the ball. It's great play by the youngster Ketan. Wide, Gonzalez kept it in play, drop behind Gonzalez now, it's ricocheted up again off the Soorma stick. A great defence, you have to say, by Soorma, as Tigers beginning to get a few more clear-cut opportunities.
They're just creating more chances at the Tigers at the moment.
Into the final minute of the first half, still 0-0, but can the Tigers, who are on the attack, find one really late in this last minute? Jugraj on the ball for them. Centrally, looks to run up to the 23, squares it to Bokhard. Bokhard back to Jugraj. Jugraj, a little sway of the hips by him, then slips it back to Bokhard. Bokhard waiting for Keenan to come to him, then feeds it to Grambush. Grambush out onto the right-hand side. That's a good ball to Sukhjit in front of goal. Whoa, what a save by Van Asch. Double save by Van Asch. Well, that was a brilliant second save by Vincent Van Asch.
Well, if anything at all, Vincent Van Asch has just kept them in the game. Brilliant goalkeeping, brilliant awareness. Just not once, but twice. And he's kept the slate clean. Look at that for a pickup, great pickup, and trying to lay it across the face of the goal. That was the first save. Ensured that his pads were together, and as he fell to the ground, did well to kick it away.
And into the circle, across the face of goal, but Willems trying to create something. He's got a long corner. He's looking for the ball again. Into the circle he goes. Great tackle. A penalty corner, though, has been given. The player, I think, going to ground. It's penalty corner number 5 now for the Tigers.
Tommy Williams, that was a good ball play to him. Great use of the baseline. Knew what exactly he wanted to do. Pulled the ball back in towards the defender. Gurjan Singh, that was finding the foot and penalty corner.
Yeah, I think
to the
Gurjan
Tigers.
just slipping, and then it made it easier for Willems to find the foot. So Jugraj once again lines up at the first battery for the Bengal Tigers. Tom Grambush is at the second. Is this where we get the deadlock broken? Comes to Grambush, and the deflection is there. Sukhjit gets the touch, and it is the Tigers who've taken the lead from a penalty corner.
Went to Grambush this time around on the penalty corner to the second battery, and beautifully walked a variation that was. The deflection, just exploiting that empty space in front of Vincent Van Asch, and off the deflection, it's the first goal to the Tigers.
Well, it was a really good deflection because Van Asch was moving across to his right, and there was very little he could do as it was deflected to his left. Now Sukhjit takes a breather now. Popular player, product of the Chandigarh Football and Hockey Academy. Meninda weaving his way out of trouble. Square it'll come to Harmanpreet. Sukhvinder was up the flank, but Harmanpreet decides to go to Hayward. Vegne's in the pocket just in front of the defenders. Sukhjit comes to close down, goes across again to Hayward. Cutting in from the right into the circle. Oh, the perfect pass! And that is a great goal crafted by Soorma. They really took their time there in the build-up. And in the end, it was a really good finish. Prabjot in front of goal. And look at the space he has here just to get it past Carr. So they have pulled the goal back, and now it is game on, you feel. It was a beautiful pass to pick out Prabjot. Della Torre, the first to congratulate him. So 2-1 now to the Tigers. Christopher Ruhr over the ball now, flicks it high into the air. Sean Finlay underneath it on the far side. Abhishek is inside the circle, trying to weave a bit of magic, but he couldn't that time. Good awareness by Hayward, not getting his stick on the ball. Valentin Altenberg, I'm sure his heart is pounding a little bit at the moment. Just wants his team to take one more of those opportunities, and you feel the 2-goal cushion would be enough, but 1 goal with 3.5 minutes left, is still a precarious position. Vegnay feeds it forward, but unfortunately it was missed by Vivek Prasad and picked up by the defence. Good work again by Tommy Willems. Willems winning the ball from the side, takes a touch, goes back to Bocard. Every touch crucial. He's shown a lot of the ball there, stolen away. So Finlay will be very relieved, I think, because Soleil was onto that really quickly. Now it's Ruhr. De La Torre goes with Ruhr. Ruhr will hold it up, wants some support. Akashdeep rather came across. Christopher Ruhr. He's one of the few German players playing, obviously key part of their national team, but had most of last year out because he had an ACL injury and was telling me his medical studies on hold as well. And JSW, well, we thought they were pulling the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper Van Asch has gone back into his goal. I think they want to, but we've still got 2 minutes to go, and it is indeed Sukhjit on the ball and the Tigers on the attack. Ruhr trying to get the ball past De La Torre. Meninda now coming forward. Great steal by Bocard on halfway. Sukhjit again seeing plenty of the ball, helping out in the midfield and defence. Sukhjit again, nice little turn from him, looks to take on the defence. Great run down the flank, and Harjeet got back quickly. Sukhjit keeping possession. We're approaching the final minute. That's all they have to do, the Tigers, is keep the ball. Finlay though running forward, and it's too far ahead that time of Afan Youssef. And now they are going to pull the goalkeeper. Well, with 1 minute 3 seconds remaining, have they left it too late? JSW Soorma to go with the 11 outfield players. Harmanpreet on the ball, needs to get it forward. They need to apply the pressure. Harmanpreet goes square again to Hayward. And stolen away. There's trouble now as Abhishek comes forward. And in it goes, and this should be another goal. It is indeed, finished off by Gursawak. He gets a third for the Tigers. Always risky if you turn it over when you've pulled your goalkeeper. And so it will be a victory for the Tigers. Abhishek stealing possession. And Gursawak just running in and just pops it into the empty goal. And that makes it 3-1 to the Tigers. Harmanpreet knew as he closed down Abhishek that the pass was going to go through. And it's high fives on the sideline for the Tigers team. And Christopher Ruhr, big smile on his face. Still 30 seconds left though. And Soorma play on quickly. Harjeet. One of those things you have to do, gamble to try and get a point or take it to a shootout. Stolen again. It was good defence that time from Jaskaran. Sukhjit helping out once more. And will be, well, Sukhjit thought it was his ball, but somehow it's going to be a Soorma ball. Keenan played on quickly, but over the side, off the stick of Jugraj, and the hoot is going to sound now. And the champions have opened their 2026 campaign with a victory under new coach Valentin Altenberg. And they had to work hard. They were under immense pressure in the first quarter, but got better and better as the game went on. Abhishek, Well, he created plenty of opportunities, got one goal for himself. The final score, JSW Soorma 1, Sharachi Bengal Tigers 3.